Hey everyone, this is Brian. Now, you know that about a week ago, or over a week ago, I did a review of Sonic the Hedgehog 198, issue 198. Now, I did it in two parts because, I'm going to be honest with you. At the time, I told you I had my sources of where I got it from. And where I got it from was on a video site. I think you know which one it is. And I'm not going to say his name though, I'm not going to say his name. From a user that also likes the comic. And what I did is I downloaded the uh, the file. I downloaded the video. I basically copied the link and used keepvid.com or one of the video sites, one of those sites that allows you to transfer it to a more readable to a flash, basically to a flash thing. And then I used my real player to burn it onto a disk. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, that but but basically that is how I did the review of Sonic 198 last week because because what I did, like I said, I burned it and then I was watching it on my television, so that's why it took so long. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you a more detailed and a more shorter version of the comic. Now, like I said last week, basically evolved this issue 198, which is the start of a three-parter that leads into 200, basically centers around the fact that the freedom fighters are the freedom fighters and the chaotics, I should say, are finally advancing onto New Megalopolis because I think as the council, as we've seen in previous issues, has been wanting, this is the opportunity that they can't pass up. So what they do is they take the basically instead of waiting for Robotnik or Eggman to attack them, they take the fight to him. And basically they blast their way through the Legion, have the Legion run off, and just, as they think they have the Legion, you know, in the palm of their hands and cornered and ready to surrender, here comes Eggman with his new toy, the Egg Phoenix. Now, basically, the Egg Phoenix, as he launches it, basically starts firing blazes of fire. Basically, uh, just starts shooting out inferno like fire onto everybody. As Dimitri points out in this issue, nearly burns the Dark Egg Legion. At the same time, he's trying to burn and destroy the Freedom Fighters and the Chaotix. And here you have the Freedom Fighters and the Chaotix basically running for their lives. Basically trying to run for cover. And Charmy basically points out the fact that the Legion is retreating, but Sally has to tell Charmy that, hey, I'm not concerned about that right now. I'm concerned about that thing, about that flying machine that Eggman has built. Now, Sally basically has to ask Bunny if she could put up another force field. And I'm sorry if I'm kind of losing a little speaker here. My speaker wire is getting caught on my chair. I don't know why. But anyway, Sally asked Bunny if she can put up another force field. Now, Bunny has to inform her that, yeah, I could, but if I do, I'll pass out. Basically, she says she'll possibly, putting up another force field, especially against something like the Egg Phoenix, will make her pass out, probably even injure her, fatally maybe. I don't know. So everyone continues to run after Sally tells them to scatter. Now, to Dimitri and Snively's surprise, it looks like Robotnik is winning. And as I mentioned earlier, Dimitri is also noticing that his people nearly got fried. Now, Snively basically tells Dimitri it's just collateral damage that I don't really care about. But Dimitri says, hey, you should care about this because I know your secret. And he goes on to tell, and basically what Dimitri is telling Snively is, hey, I know about your little conversations that you've been having with your new girlfriend, and that it would be a shame for your uncle to find out about your treacherous plot that you're planning with this, or you're trying to plan to hatch with this woman. So if you don't want him to find out, you will make my people's safety your number one priority. Now Snively, a little surprised, a little caught off guard by what Dimitri knows, kind of collects himself and says, "Hey, you are an enterprising man just like I am. So why, stab me in the back? Why why tell on me when we can both benefit from her arrival?" In other words, he's saying, we could work together. This could benefit that her arrival could benefit us both in getting Eggman out of our hair. Now we go back to the fight, and Sally is asking if anybody's gotten any ideas. Now, as I mentioned in my previous review, Knuckles says that his only idea is to try to get close to that machine, but they can't since it's always firing inferno flames at them. Now, Tails also comes up with the idea that while we could use the neutralizing mines again, basically use the same things that they neutralized the Legion's weapons with, but that the only way they can do it is to place them onto the aircraft. And basically to Knuckles, he's thinking, well, that leaves us at square one again. We can't get near it. Until Sally says, well, wait a minute, I have an idea. Tells Knuckles to get Vector, tells Tails to get Bunny, and the idea is to basically launch Sonic into the air towards the Egg Phoenix, courtesy first of Knuckles, not first of Knuckles, but first of Vector, then of Knuckles, then courtesy of Tails, then of Bunny. And basically we have, Eggman flying towards Sonic up into the air, and Sonic informing him, hey, from my past experiences flying the tornado, what you're doing right here is a mistake. Flying up to get me, you're basically going to cause yourself to stall out and fall to the ground. And that's exactly what happens. And as he's falling, Sufon, Charmy, and Ray of the Chaotix place the mines onto the plane, grab Sonic as he's falling to the ground as he falls, and now the Egg Phoenix is basically I can't even think of the name right now, but it's kind of crashing down and then swooping kind of very low as he's falling, basically crashing. And just as he's almost close to Sally and Tails, Tails activates the mines, just as he did with the Legion's weapons, and deactivates the mine, deactivates the Egg Phoenix, causing him to crash. Robotnik escapes then out of a pod, also by destroying the Phoenix at the same time. Now Sonic's a little surprised that that's it. That's it for the day. We're done. And Sally has to inform him, yes, we are. We've done what we came to do so far. We've reached the Egg Dome perimeter, basically the perimeter of New Megalopolis. We fought off one of Eggman's new toys, and basically driven back the Dark Egg Legion. Now Sonic, being a little sarcastic and flirtatious with Sally, and I know nobody likes to hear the flirtatious part, says, yeah, that is, it is a good day's work, for you guys, but me, I'd rather keep going. I'd rather end it right here and there. And Sally says, honestly, and basically Sally just pats him on the back saying, honestly, just go set up camp and get ready for the night. And Sonic's like, sure, no problem. Now, towards the end, they set up the field. Sonic notices, as I said in the previous review, Sonic notices that Tails is a little nervous. And Tails is like, yeah, I'm nervous because tomorrow when we attack, this is, that'll be it. Either way, it's going to be over. This war is going to be over. It's going to be done. And Sonic assures him, yeah, it will be, but don't worry. We've dealt with, these kind of circumstances before. We can deal with it again. Basically, he's ensuring him that don't worry, whatever happens, we're going to come out on top. Now, Robotnik returns back to headquarters and tells Snively and Dimitri to get the Dark Egg Legion ready because they have work to do, because the next day, tomorrow, or issue 199 to us, is going to be it. It's going to be the end. It's going to be over. And we have Snively and Dimitri kind of snickering in the background saying, yes, it certainly will be. So, in other words, as I said before about this issue, it's a very good lead in to the next two issues, especially going into 200. Um, I like the fact that, you know, Ian has given us, some good issues go up to the anniversary issue. The new artist, I can't think of a name right now, but the new artist has done. She did a decent job. I mean, no one's perfect, but she did a decent job. But overall, I give this issue again the same rating I gave it on the previous review. And this is, like I said, a little bit more detailed, a little bit more, probably just the same kind of length as the other one, but it's in one part. So I thank you for listening, and I will talk to you all next time. Till then, God bless and take care.